Hey parents, welcome to another week with DRC Students. Thankful for last night. Last night we started a new series called Anchor, answering the question of where's your faith? So that's our challenge for our students this month as we finish up the school year and as we head into summer of where's our faith at? And so last night we started looking at one of our biblical characters, Abraham, who we talked about earlier this year as we studied Genesis, but we looked at how Abraham had faith, and he had faith, such strong faith, because he knew God personally. He was listening and he heard him. He heard God because he was listening to him, and challenged us to listen. Often we pray and often we ask God for things, but we don't listen. We don't go to his word to hear his voice. We don't listen after we pray and we ask him for guidance. We just move on. But we also talked about how Abraham trusted God's promise. When God said, I will give you offspring as numerous as the stars in the sky. As illogical and nonsensical as that sounded, Abraham trusted God's promise. And not only that, but he also knew God's power. He didn't deny that there was a problem in his life. He didn't deny that he was old, Sarah was old, and that how were they going to have kids? But he knew that God's power was greater than that problem. And so that's how Abraham could have that such strong faith in God. And so we challenged our students, how can we have faith like Abraham? Next week, we're gonna look at Peter in his encounter with Jesus as Jesus is walking on water. The story is Peter sees Jesus out in the water and begins to walk, but then starts to doubt and falls in. And so we're gonna look at that, and we're gonna hear from our own Charity White, one of our seniors. She's gonna be teaching us, and it's gonna be an incredible night. So come out make sure students are here next week. A couple things coming up. One thing we've been talking about for a while is TRO. Early bird pricing has passed. Last day was this past Sunday. So pricing is $350 per student. The registration requires a $100 deposit. This is June 30th to July 4th, and this is camp. But it's $350 per student. Registration requires a $100 deposit. So in order to register, it's just the $100, and you can pay the remainder at a later time before camp. If finances are an issue, register, get the deposit in, and shoot me an email at students@danriverchurch.org, and we can see what we can figure out. Just let me know your financial situation, what you're in need of, and we can see what we can do to make sure your student can be at camp this year. Other than that, seniors, we're having a senior celebration on May 28th. Is our normal Wednesday night, but it's gonna be a night for our seniors. We're gonna hear from our seniors, so I want them all here. So if you have a senior and they come regularly to DRC Students on Wednesday nights, I want you to bring them out. Make sure they're here on the 28th so we can honor them. We have a gift for them. We want to hear from them as we pour into them, and that they can pour into our students as they begin to head into college or head into just what's next in the workplace or all those things. So that is on May 28th. Otherwise, that's all for now. Thank you all for your faithfulness in bringing your students here. I just pray that we'd continue to see them as we finish up the school year, and I know we have dance recitals coming up and all kinds of things, final games of the season, all of those things. But I just pray that church would remain a priority, and that I'd continue to see you and your students. Thank you.